If you're visiting Lisbon soon, there is one unique experience that you must not miss out on.
And that is a Fado dinner. A night out with Portuguese wine, food, and live music.
Now, we've been to a lot of Fado restaurants in Lisbon. It's one of our favorite places to go for date night, so much that whenever our family and friends come to visit, we always take them to a Fado dinner experience. And in today's episode, we're going to take you to 5 of the most popular Fado restaurants that Lisbon has to offer.
And we'll share the location, what we think of the food, the vibe of the restaurant, and of course the Fado itself.
It's date night and we're ready for some amazing Fado singing and wine, so let's go.
Yes.
Na rua e sente ciúmes dos olhos da lua. Chama-lhe marinheiro sem rumo nem rota, sempre atrás das asas de alguma gaivota. Ele numa onda atira-lhe beijo e assim namoram Lisboa e o Tejo.
Now quickly, before we take you to all these restaurants, let me tell you what Fado is all about. Fado is traditional Portuguese music, often referred to as the soul of Portugal. Fado started in Lisbon in the early 1800s, in the poor neighborhoods and in harbors. Sailors, workers and locals would come together to sing about daily life, love and longing. Over time, it grew from street music to one of Portugal's most treasured traditions, now being performed in Fado houses and concert halls across the country. It's usually sung with deep emotion, stories about love, loss, longing, and accompanied by a Portuguese guitar. And many describe this that it's more than just music. It's a feeling that words alone just can't describe it. And I agree with them. And of course, the Portuguese love and protect it as part of their culture. Even UNESCO is recognizing it as World Heritage. Hence why we think you cannot miss this experience when you're coming to Portugal. Now, let's go to the first restaurant. Now, we're not Fado experts here. We just really love the music and the experience. So we know what we like and know that some singers can really put a lump in your throat. I've teared up during Fado dinners before, and it's actually a beautiful feeling when that happens. But Fado is a highly personal experience, and our opinion is just our opinion. The first Fado restaurant we're visiting is A Severa in Bairro Alto. A Severa opened its doors in 1955 and is one of the oldest Fado houses in Lisbon. Run by the same family for 4 generations, it is an active part of Fado history and plays a crucial role in promoting traditional Portuguese culture. The name A Severa was inspired by the story of a gypsy singer with the same name, who was, according to the legend that dates back to the 19th century, the most famous Fado singer of her time. Inside A Severa, the atmosphere has stayed close to its origins. Dim lighting, traditional Portuguese tiles, and an intimate stage where voices and guitars carry through the room. We came early at around 8 p.m. so we could choose a table close to the Fado singers for a good view. We ordered chorizo for an appetizer to share, Eric chose steak for his main, and I had the lamb, which was all super delicious. And when we saw that there was maracuja cheesecake for dessert, we had to order that too, of course. The Fado singers and guitarists were great too. No tears for me, but nevertheless a really good show.
As cinzas do seu retrato, desde esse dia são feliz. Leio em teus olhos que já não sou nesta hora o que foi para ti outrora. Leio em teus olhos
We had a really great night out.
The second Fado restaurant we visited was Casa de Linhares in the heart of Alfama. Josine has been here before, and it's one of her favorites actually, but for me, it's my first time here. Casa de Linhares is one of the most elegant Fado houses in Lisbon, set inside the remains of a noble palace that once belonged to the Count of Linhares. Inside, the atmosphere is warm and intimate, with candlelight bouncing off brick walls and vaulted ceilings. The acoustics in the room make it feel like every seat is the best seat in the house. But we had a table right in front of the performers, like they were literally standing at an arm-length distance. It was pretty amazing. We had reservations at 8 p.m., which was perfect timing as the singers started right after we had our starters. Josine had the sopa verde, and I enjoyed a ham platter. But for our mains, we had grilled tuna and pork cheeks, all very delicious, but the highlight was the chocolate with red fruit dessert. The Fado performers here were powerful.
Could you try? It's about Lisbon. Lisboa. Não há no mundo cidade como Lisboa. Canoas dormem coisando os remos à beira cais.
Que eu vivo nesta ansiedade, que todos os ais são meus, que é toda a minha saudade foi por vontade de Deus.
The singers filled the room with emotion, and the Portuguese guitar carried every note in a way that gave us goosebumps.
Que estranha forma de vida tem este meu coração. Vive de vida perdida.
It felt like a true performance, more polished than other houses, but still deeply moving. Can't say enough about the restaurant, the food, the service, the performances. It was all amazing. If I had one small note, it's that the restaurant was very packed and the seating was very close to each other. So not only were you very close to the fadistas, but also the table next to us. And it's not really like a big deal or anything, but we figured we'd let you know either way. We had a great night out and would recommend this place. Just make sure you make reservations at least 3 to 4 weeks ahead of time because it is a super popular spot.
The next Fado restaurant we visited was Fado ao Carmo, tucked away in Alfama. Even though it's one of the newer Fado houses in Lisbon, it already feels authentic, with a cozy atmosphere and a touch of modern elegance. One thing I really appreciated was that there is a little more space between the tables than in many other Fado houses. Being pregnant, that made it so much easier to move around and get comfortable, which was an important detail to me. The food overall was tasty, though one of my dishes came with bacon that was a bit too hard to enjoy. Once I worked around that, the rest of the meal was delicious, and the desserts were absolute highlight. We can't recommend the drunk pear enough. It was hands down one of the best desserts that we had during this journey. As for the music, this house has 2 fadistas who alternated between the courses. That's a little fewer than some of the other places we visited, and while they were talented, we didn't feel quite as moved as we had been at other Fado houses. That said, it was still a lovely evening with good food, intimate ambience, and the magic of live Fado in Alfama.
Vou procurar-te ao passado para lembrar o
Another Fado house we've been to several times since it's closer to our previous apartment is Maria de Mouraria. I have a hard time pronouncing that word. It's kind of a tongue twister, but Maria de Mouraria. This place has a special charm, not just because of its location in the historic district of Mouraria, often called the birthplace of Fado, but also because of its connection to the legendary singer Maria Severa, who lived in this very neighborhood in the 19th century. The restaurant is set inside a small traditional Lisbon house, and the dining here feels like stepping into a piece of living history. The atmosphere is cozy and authentic with old photographs, traditional decor, and the kind of warm and welcoming energy that makes you feel like you're among friends. And a funny side note, make sure you visit the restroom. It's so authentic, it feels like stepping into your grandmother's house. The food here is hearty Portuguese cooking, rich, flavorful, and generous. It's not always Josine's favorite since there's a lot of oil and salt involved, but we've tried everything here from codfish dishes to grilled meats and flavors that never disappoint. And of course, we always leave room for dessert because Portuguese sweets are impossible to resist. The Fado itself here is always strong, it never disappoints. No tears for Josine, but I've had the chance to hear some of my personal favorite Fado songers perform in this intimate space. Hot tip, come here early for the best seats because the table and chairs are very close together. So depending on where you sit, you might not see the singers that well. Friends or family come to visit, we always take them here because it's right down the street from our house. They pour a generous cup of vino and the portions are also generous. This place is amazing.
Sem que eu te peça, nem me deixes nada que ao fim eu não mereço. Vê se me dói depois por culpa.
All right, Josine, where are we going on tonight's Fado date night?
Are going to Senor Vinho. And I learned about this place because I read a blog article somewhere that this is actually the place where the Fado singers go to enjoy Fado themselves. So I'm expecting really good Fado here.
What about the food?
I don't know, mixed reviews on Google Maps. So we'll see.
Yeah, let's find out. Let's go.
The last Fado house we visited on this journey was Senor Vinho, and we truly saved the best for last. Senor Vinho is one of Lisbon's most iconic Fado restaurants, founded in 1975 by the legendary singer Mouraria da Fé and her husband. Over the years, it has welcomed some of the greatest names in Fado and earned its place as one of the true temples of this music. The food was excellent from start to finish. I had the shrimps while Eric began with a traditional caldo verde soup. For mains, we both chose different stews and they were absolutely delicious. And of course we couldn't skip dessert, which was just as memorable as the rest of the meal. But what really set Senor Vinho apart for us was the Fado itself. The singers performed with so much passion and the Portuguese guitar carried every note straight into the heart.
Não faz sentido para mim. Eu também sei que o meu corpo que sente a falta do teu não encontro no teu o que faltava no meu. Não encontro no teu corpo o que faltava no meu.
For the very first time on this tour, I cried. Maybe it was the pregnancy hormones, but the moment one of the fadistas began singing, I just teared up. And maybe not a little bit. It was it was a good cry. I was trying to smile through them and stay quiet because it felt really ridiculous to be crying at dinner, but it also felt very wonderful. It was proof of how deeply the music had reached me. The whole evening was magical, a perfect combination of tradition, artistry, emotion, and hospitality. Senor Vinho isn't just a restaurant, it's an experience that stays with you long after the last note fades. For us, it was without a doubt the highlight of our Fado experience in Lisbon.
Now that let you know where to go for Fado in Lisbon, please make sure you are aware of the following unwritten rules when going to a Fado restaurant. This is important. Book ahead of time. Some restaurants are booked for 2 to 3 weeks ahead. Wear something nice, make it a special evening, date night, it's kind of a nice romantic night. So just dress up a little bit, Put your phone on silent or even flight mode. There's nothing worse than when someone's phone starts going off during the middle of a song. It is so rude and a pet peeve. Make sure you don't use any flashlight when you're taking pictures or video, and don't block other people's view with your phone. So be conscious of your surroundings and who's sitting by you. Stay quiet and be respectful. It's a very intimate experience. These singers are pouring their heart out. Bottle restaurants usually open their doors around 8 o'clock p.m., but the music doesn't begin right away. The evening typically follows a rhythm. You'll have your appetizers, then the fadistas come out to sing a short set of 3 songs. After that, the starters are served, followed by another set of songs, then the main course, and so on. It's a beautiful back and forth between food and music that lasts a whole night. So just be sure to check with the restaurant about the exact timing so you don't end up finishing your meal before the first performance even starts. All right, we just made it back from our last Fado restaurant. That was quite a nice date night.
Yes, that was really good. Which one was your favorite place now that we've been everywhere?
Out of the 5 places we have shown you today, my top favorite was Signor Vinho. 10 out of 10. The quality of the food, the dessert, the wine, the customer service, the ambiance, the vibe, but most importantly, the quality of the Fado singers. Super talented, the best male Fado singer I've ever seen. And he did something unique where he was also playing guitar, because usually the singer doesn't play guitar. There's 2, as you've seen, there's 2 separate Portuguese guitarists and a Spanish guitar player, but this guy, he was incredible.
For me, the same. Singer Vinho was the only one that made me cry.
You cried a lot. I looked over and she was like a waterfall.
It was really bad. But in a good way. I was crying because I just really felt it. Or it was hormones, who knows. But besides that, everything that you mentioned, it was just the best. So we really hope that this week's episode helped you choose which Fado restaurant is best for you when you're visiting Lisbon.
And if you haven't done so already, please do us a favor and like and put a comment in the video. It'll help anyone that's looking to come to Lisbon and visit and find a Fado restaurant.
And make sure you subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. By doing so, our next video next week will automatically show up in your feed.
Well, thank you for watching this week's episode on Nations Without Borders.
And remember,
explore life beyond borders. Adios.
Bye-bye.
Ciao. Dui.